Peace, and Black Power family. Welcome to another episode of Do Not Radio on our YouTube channel, broadcasting live. Brother Knowledge One Line building. Make sure you come in, like, share, subscribe, let the family know we on live. Man, yeah, we here to pay homage and tribute to our warrior ancestor, Josef Ben Jochannon and Dr. John Henry Clarke here shortly. That's how we bringing in 2020, not the new year, but 2020. So we doing it like that, celebrating Dr. Ben and Dr. Clarke. And Dr. Welsing's transition is on the 2nd. It's also my sister's birthday, and Black, so that's gonna be a crazy day. Hopefully we could get her to come through tomorrow, and they going live. Her encyclopedia is at 11. So be on here for a little bit, and then we're gonna go over there and see what's good with her and the fam bam. 2019 coming to a close. 2020 on the way. It's not the new year though. For those who know, it's from spring to spring. So from March to March, that's our new year. Anybody else that's out there, you celebrate whatever you want to celebrate. So, so let me bring in snapping us on. Let me bring in AOY RBG World Leagues on. Let me bring in Midwest Music Focus on. Midwest Music Mondays on. My brother, your brother, brother struggle. RBG Swell. Folks. Black Power,
Black
what's going
Power,
on with the
Black
Swell?
Power, what's going on, big brother? Knowledge born, Allah, man, what's going on?
Good, man. I'm good. We finishing off the year. This year, strong. And salute to our warrior ancestor, Dr. Josef Ben Jochannon, affectionately known as Dr. Ben. What's going on in your world? What's going on in your RBG world? What's happening?
Oh man, you already know. Holding it down, man. Ending this one, bringing in another one with the beautiful Katrina. So I've been thinking about my brothers, man. Just give us some thoughts, sending some strength out today, some
Mm-hmm.
protection. I know this year is gonna be, another year that we gonna have to make progress through and pull together through, stay unified in. So, I'm just sending all the strength that I can right now. Cause yeah, we're gonna need it, man, if we're gonna enjoy this year like we all plan on doing, you know. So, I mean, it's that time. So shout out to all the families out there, man. Children, teens, adults, elders, strength to y'all, man. For real, I hope y'all with some people that appreciate y'all and that you can appreciate and that you've ended non-beneficial relationships, before this switch flip. That's it, man. So that's what I'm on.
That's what's up right there. I see that little ticker going across the joint, man.
That's
So
what.
whoever is shouting out on YouTube, I can't even shout you out because I can't even see who it is. It just say Facebook views. I ain't feeling that. So if my friend
Nope,
man
I got you.
shouting me out, I don't even like it. I don't
Oh
like
yeah,
it.
that is what it says. Facebook user.
I
Shout
don't
out to the
like it.
Facebook user.
I don't like it. I don't like it. So
That's
let me
what's up.
read. Let me read this, man. I can actually show y'all the book, man. Yes, I see. I can show it now. That's what's up. The calendar of Revolutionary Daily Thoughts by our Jenga living ancestor, Dr. Baba and Wally Cable Monty Baruti. Make sure you get this book and all of the other books like it. Y'all see this book right here, EY. Y'all get that joint. You understand? Message to the Warriors. I make sure y'all get these books, man. www.akabenhouse.com. So, oh snap, my sister, Dr. Queasy, what up? What up? That's what I'm talking about. Make sure y'all subscribe, man. We're trying to get these subscribers up. You know, we're in the subscribers' basement right now. So make sure y'all know what's going on with this thing right there. There you go. Look at me, Muhammad Ali, and Malcolm X. That's how it's supposed to be. See that? Yeah. So make sure y'all go to www.akabenhouse.com. That's somewhere. I can put that somewhere. All right, so read from Inyasa Sim. December 31st. I am an African warrior, a warrior scholar. I refuse to be at peace with anything else. And I gotta read that again. I put my hand on my heart when I say it. I am an African warrior, a warrior scholar. I refuse to be at peace with anything else. Shouts out, shouts out. And that is from our living ancestor, a quote from himself, Baba Dr. and Wally Cable Monty Baruti. Let's get into Baba Baruti's explanation. To be an Asafo means to be a member of the African warrior class. It means that you have to put away the thoughts and the toys of the European world and are consciously, committedly, aggressively, uncompromisingly, and completely employing their African spirit, mind, and body in the battle to combat the destruction of African people. It means that you know that any conversation with our enemies ended with the moment they assaulted one of us. And you know that the conversation ended 4,000 years ago. It means that it means that you know that the word warrior is not just a title used to delude yourself or others into your warrior fantasies while you do nothing worthy of such an honorable title. Being a warrior is not play, pretend, make believe, or fantasy. It's not a badge or uniform you wear to impress those you want to hold you in awe or in bed. Being an African warrior scholar and a Safo means that you're studying and acting upon our story as if our children's future depended on your not repeating any of our known or foreseeable mistakes. It means that the root word in warrior is war. And being a warrior means that you're willing to engage in battle to defeat anyone who acts in a warlike fashion toward your people. Affirmation. I'm an African warrior, a warrior scholar. I refuse to be at peace with anything else. And again, that was Inyasa Sin. Let's put that out there. You can get that www. Let me write it right here. www.akabenhouse.com. Make sure y'all support Akaben Institute. Make sure y'all support Baba and Mama Baruti. of Occupant Institute by making a purchase from Occupant House. Put the website there. Y'all can get these books. About 25 books or more over there. Got them all. Showing love, honor, and support. So we here. So the legacy of an Asafo, Dr. Ben, and Asafo, Dr. Clarke, and Asafo, Dr. Francis Cress Welsing. Peace be upon those three Asafos, African warrior scholars who stood for us against tyranny, oppression, against all type of rejection, dishonor, and disrespect while they were alive, and even more so after them becoming ancestors by fools and enemies who would seek to undermine Black thought reality, African thought and reality, and distort our pictures. So for whoever is tuning in from Facebook, y'all gonna have to say who y'all are so I can shout y'all out. All I is it says Facebook user, so you might have to type your name into something if you want me to shout you out. I don't get a chance to see who it is. I don't know what's going on with it. Maybe I could tune into it somehow, somewhere, and see what's going on, because we live on Facebook. We live on the Facebook on my page. And that page, Knowledge Born, make sure y'all go like that page. Through the Knowledge Radio, make sure y'all go like that page. And also, we on live in the Through Knowledge Radio group. So if y'all got anything y'all want to say, any questions, any comments, anything like that, then y'all could type them and we could get into it. Wow, man, what's going on, man? Last day of 2019. What's the word, man?
Oh man, you already know, bro.
We in the 6th day of Kwanzaa. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Kumba, you feeling creative today? You see how they tapped it real quick? You see what I'm saying?
Wow.
I done tapped it on it real quick. 1,100 episodes today.
1,100 strong episodes.
Strong. It was just 1,000. Now it's 1,100.
Finna be 12. It's over, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. We're gonna do a little something, I guess. Somehow, somewhere, we're gonna do something. You know what I mean? BTK Apparel is on. You know, got the website right there. Bang, bang, bang.
Facts.
I am bugging out though a little bit, Swap, man, just to see this little setup thing right here. You see the logo with the corner looking crazy. Tell you it's not
looking
right
real
now.
smooth. Looking real smooth too. Real talk.
Let me bring in the mastermind, man. Radical in the building, man. Radical, what's going on, man? What's happening? Say something.
What's going on? Peace and black power.
Like,
what's
wow.
good?
Blessings and love to all the melanated family out there.
Yeah, look at that logo, man. Look at him. I've been watching him, man. He's a champ, man.
Oh yeah, we got more to come. We doing a whole lot. This gonna be our year.
There it is.
That's what's up.
You didn't know. Yeah, man. I got the brother Zach coming through tomorrow and stuff. We talking about that one little feature film that we supposed to be getting down with, and Z that's over Snuffing Off Film. She actually got a script written out, so we supposed to be having casting call for that in the future. So we got like two little shows coming up. On top of that, the music, man. On top of that, the channels, man. It's we gonna get busy, man. We gonna do some traveling. So yeah.
I'm coming.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be an extra or some shit. Just be walking around.
Oh no,
In the
you
background
definitely
talking about Black Power or something in the background. Don't put the camera on me though, just have me walking around.
No, I just need your arm like the clock. I just need your arm tapping on the chair. Like, what?
Uh,
Yeah, it's all good though, man. Yeah, just recapping the year. You know, it's that time. Make you do that. You just be going through it. Like, what was I at coming into this year? And,
yeah. Where
you
was you at
know,
coming into this year? January. What it look like, man? What was going on in January?
man. Well, I was in the league thing. I was in the last crib we was in. We moved since then. That was crazy. Like, so we went through some court things about that crib because, like, everybody who know the backstory about what happened with it, it was like, big city move done on a small town dude, and it was like it was frustrating, but it came out on our side, man.
Mm.
So that was cool, and it was like just chopping it up with Psychopathia and Renee and all of them, and you know what I'm saying, my brother Knowledge.
Yeah, I was I was
Yeah,
there. I was in that joint, man. Coming
yeah,
in January.
absolutely. You better know it.
That's crazy.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That's
So
crazy. I don't even know if I was doing shows at the time. Was I? I think I was. I had to be. I had
yeah, I'm about to say yeah. So
because I had took a break to where I wasn't doing no shows.
oh, so you supposed to be at 1,500.
Yeah,
Right.
let me see. January. I'm just looking on the show list.
Yeah.
Oh, I started out January crazy. I started out January crazy. Let me look. Let me look. Yeah, I did a bunch of music shows too in between.
Yeah.
Yeah, I started off not the actual first, but the 29th with Joe Mafia and Maya Lansky, Wu Syndicate, then Shogun Assassin, Killer Army. That was that weekend. The 31st, I did like a Red Man show. Oh, the first of the year, Break the Foundation. He had dropped the index. I did his show. Yeah,
Huh.
yeah. So I was really
Say
just trying
what?
to get back
Yeah.
in the in the in the groove actually with talking to people. I wasn't talking to people for a little while.
Yeah.
I didn't want to interview nobody. You know, I got sick of it. If you could believe
Yeah.
that, I did.
Yeah.
I got sick of it. And I was like, I don't want to talk to nobody. But I still wanted to do shows, so I was doing like a bunch of music shows, had all kind of mixes, and I started talking to people. So after Wolf Syndicate and Killer Army, I was like, all right, let's just keep it going. With the foundation, the brother Dawa Israel came through, you know. And Blog Talk had to remind me that we just cut your shit off whenever we want to.
Huh.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had
Yeah.
Black Dot and his son Malcolm on the 25th of November. That was my father's born day. That was crazy. That was crazy. Make sure y'all go on Amazon and pick up that book, Malcolm's first book, um, Urban Excellence. Go shop urbanx.nyc and show that fam some love, man. Shout out to Black Dot and Malcolm. I'll be over there soon. Be doing something like this over there. And we go back down memory lane. I saw they did a bomb ass little show yesterday, going back down the years of consciousness from 2000 to 2019. Yeah, yeah, that was an ill little joint, man. Definitely want to do something like that. Cause you just forget. like 20 years. From 2000, just think about that. From 2000 to 2020, that's 20 years for somebody being around. Moving in consciousness, people looking at you like you came from outer space. You see what I'm saying? Cats was just getting into DVDs and that transition from VHS tapes to DVDs and DVDs going all around the world. Consciousness being spread, and around 2007, 2008, maybe 2009 to even give it up to that. From 2000 to 2009, it was like it was gold. It was gold. It was like 90s hip hop with consciousness. It was popping.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then from 2009 to 2019, it became mumble rap consciousness. You'd be like, nah, it was no such thing like this before that. Nah. It'd be like somebody telling you about 90s hip hop. You're like, yeah, whatever. Some old niggas. Nobody want to hear that. You see what I'm saying? This is what you will hear now in this, particular lane. You will hear it 10 years later, and this is what consciousness will look like. Mumble consciousness. So yeah, January, going into January, it was crazy. Crazy. Blue pill. That was the 5th of January. Yeah, we had that 44 show. That was crazy. But yeah, this was really kind of like the framework and setting the stage for what the series became. I did a Talk Black to Me show. That joint was so live. I was like, I got a dedicated day of the week to where have people on shouting at their organizations, have people on shouting out their businesses and all. I did the Talk Tuesday, and Swab was there. He came through.
Yeah.
Kofi, everybody came through. It was good. So I was like, yo, let's just make Tuesday that. Talk Black to Me Tuesday, and it just grew from there. Talk Black to Me Tuesday, Thinking Out Loud Thursday. That was later on. So, the science behind Thinking Out Loud Thursday was going on Facebook, and that's the thing, what's on your mind? Question mark. So I always just see people live on Facebook going crazy and all that. They just be bugged out on it. You see what I'm saying? Like all of that, all of that reporting. So I was like, we could just do this on our platform. They could come through and say whatever is on their mind. And if you need to vent, you need to vent. Or if you wanted like a strategic planning session, we could set that up. And before the show, we could get together, put our minds together, and come up with a strategic plan, and we could kind of talk about it on the show. So it'd be like a coaching session, strategic planning session. So either you thinking out loud, you venting, or you strategizing, and that's that was the goal then, to actually do that, and that's how we was moving for that. So had some great people come through and express interest, and have some amazing shows just based off of that terminology. And that ratchet song by Nicki Minaj and Drake and Lil Wayne, Thinking Out Loud. I was gonna have that played at the beginning of every episode, but I was like, nah, I gotta behave myself. So yeah, that was like the framework. And we got some bomb series being added to the show. Let's see what we got for the rest of the week. We're doing something on Thursday. I don't know what we're doing. I think we're supposed to have a guest on, but I don't know yet. Friday, We're doing a Smith and Wesson tribute. 25 years of The Shining. We're gonna go through that joint and some other Smith and Wesson joints. Saturday we got my brother Ginsey Dean, one of the greatest producers to ever produce, coming through. And we're gonna review that Game of Death album. Its most recent release into this coming year. Him and Wise Intelligent. So it's Against the Theme Project featuring Wise Intelligent. A one-on-one situation in regards to Against Houdin being the first producer that Wise Intelligent did the project with, one producer for the entire project. Go through that, and that's like 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Saturday. I'm supposed to be doing something on Sunday. But we adding some series come next month. Ensuring Our Black Future. I got my sister Dawn Douglas out of Las Vegas. She's coming through. She'll be there every third Thursday of the month, I believe. Third Thursday. Let me get it together. Freestyling when I ain't got to. Wow, man. Got too much going on, really. Let me just look up on I got them flyers right here. Let me see. Yeah, we got two. Well, we got 3 new series coming to do Knowledge Radio. Just waiting for the flyer to pull up. Too much going on over here. Give me 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. Don't take forever, man.
I be when you want
Wow,
to, because that's exactly how I be. You be on that thing, you jump off, it be moving like a mug.
Moving like a mug, yeah. I got some error, some foul error. Something about that show we just had, man. I'm not sure what's the problem.
Yeah. Shout out, man. The Knowledge Bone. I hope y'all over there maintaining a focus, uh, like watching the show as far as Do the Knowledge Radio. That's THA. I gotta say that. I really do. And seeing it at the bottom of the screen, it's like, yeah. Now we had another Midwest Music Monday, the last Midwest Music Monday of the year. So that was heavy, man, and it actually ended up being a real jiggy show. The guest was being on the track, snapping off, snapping off, do the music, movies, posters, all of that, man. And then we checked out some of his music, got into his background and what he does, as far as the entertainment industry. The brother Eddie B, the artist, came through. The creator of Heal Thyself, every $10 you donate to the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation, you get a copy of his CD. Nice little 10 hit CD, nice, clean, meaning no cussing, no strenuous cussing. Then it's like content wise, it's just jiggy, so it's a nice little breeze of a mood of a to get you through a little bit
Jig.
time of your day, a drive or something, you clean it up or something like that. Yeah, so you can check out that CD, Heal Thyself, and Bingo's Book of James, Fifth Floor, a few other ones, man. It's out there. So yeah, that was a pretty good show. Who was it? King Ron came through, Eddie B partner
Yeah,
came sit down. So shout out to Big Reek, man, the host of the show.
the host.
Uh, you
Look him
know,
out.
yeah, man.
Yeah, this joint actually pulled up as soon as we start talking. I ain't about shit, and I'm telling you. It's
Oh, that's
Ensuring
good.
Our Black Future series. Every third Thursday of the month, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Sister Dawn Douglas out of Las Vegas, Nevada. Going down. Let me see. You got Infinite Queen, Dawn Rise. Healing with Infinite Queen series. Every fourth Thursday of the month, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that's going to be off the chain, you know. So 2 Thursdays out of the month, we got Thinking Out Loud. And 2 Thursdays of the month, we got some warrior queens coming through, putting it down, talking about generational wealth and preparing for your departure, ensuring your affairs are in order for your future generations. So that's ensuring our black future. So we can stop seeing these GoFundMe's. Is it GoFundMe or GoFundMe? Which one is it?
Me?
Yeah. Me, myself, and I. We don't deal with that. So we're gonna be got this GoFundMe situation that we dealing with, investments for our future and for our future generations. So that's what Sister Dawn gonna be dealing with. And Infinite Queen, it's a healing series. She deal with every aspect of healing. Y'all need to come through, pick a brain. If y'all need counseling, y'all need all any of that going on. She got a plethora and myriad full of talents and skills, products and services. So it's not just counseling. The list is too long. The list is too long. Got a lot of skills, a lot of talent. So come through, get your spiritual healing, get your mental health and wellness in order. She has all of the knowledge and talents and the skills that you need in order to be optimal in your spiritual and your mental journey. So they one and the same. They are one and the same. So that's that series. And we also got, as advertised on our last show, by me, OG Roll, founder of it, coming through him playing Koyo B9 with He Say, She Say. Friday, every second and fourth Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that's gonna be crazy. That's 3 new series. We're gonna be excited to see and hear about. Uh, I know there ain't nobody but my sister Mo. Shout out to Sister Mo, man. She is a everything. She Sister Mo is a everything, boy. I'm telling you, she's the truth. Yeah. Monica Lamb. Make sure y'all hit her up. If y'all looking to get your mind right, go into business, get your business stuff in order. You looking to get government contracts, all of that. Like, she is a wealth of knowledge and experience, and straight up sister, man, love her people and want to see us rise. She working with the youth, She working with the elders. She working with retired military. She working with everybody. She got those skills, man. That's the skills that pay the bills, man. Shout out to Positive K. Got the skills to pay the bills. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's easier for me to do that. I ain't got to keep worrying about if this angle of the camera thing on me, man. So let me see. We're here to talk about Dr. Ben. We're here to talk about Dr. Ben. Got all these titles from Dr. Ben, man. One of the greatest African minds that exists. Warrior ancestor. Black man of the Nile. Africa. Mother of Western civilization. The chronology of the Bible. Africa. African origins of major Western religions. Black man of the Nile and his family. Cultural genocide in the Black and African Studies curriculum. Our Black seminary and Black clergy without a Black theology. A Black man, North and East Africa. The myth of Genesis and Exodus and exclusion of their African origin. Black man's religion. Dr. Ben. The need for a Black Bible. Dr. Ben. Understanding the African philosophical concept behind the diagram of the law of opposites. Dr. Ben. We the Black Jews, Volume 1 and 2. Dr. Ben. So that's just some of the titles of the books that came from Mr. Safo, this African warrior scholar mind. Just in a countless videos, countless tapes, countless of this warrior African mind coming through for the express position of liberating African people. So, yeah, man, this is crazy. This is crazy for real. I'm trying to figure out something over here so I can see who done popped up. So I don't just be looking at this Facebook user stuff. Gotta see it. Gotta see what it is. See what's going on. See who's looking. Show me who's looking up. I'm gonna say what up so I can talk about my 2020. Hindsight 2020 for everybody. Everybody gonna be 2020, 2020, hindsight 2020. You know? Be clean. I'm saying. Oh, yeah. Be crazy out here. Be crazy. So live over here. Look like we live. I seen some of the family. I see y'all. I see y'all. I'm glad. I'm glad. So I don't know who said what, but somebody said something. Somebody said something. Alright. What's that? Alright. I see. You see everybody and came through and show. That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah. I done come through on you. I need some subscriptions up in here. That's why I thought we need some of them subscriptions up in here,
We need
man.
some of them prescriptions.
Prescriptions. Some of the prescriptions up in here.
Ah,
For
yeah,
real.
man. Definitely subscribe. Hit the bell for notification when they go live or upload something. Share to all your media sites, your social media, so other people come through, man. Let's I mean, hey, let's do what we supposed to do. Simple as that, man.
New
Subscribe, subscribe,
New
subscribe.
year, new you.
Subscribe with every account you got under YouTube. Switch to
Right.
your other account, subscribe under that one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We need 2,000 subscribers.
200,000.
Yeah. Yeah, we say 200. Yeah, we need 200,000 subscribers, man. We got like 420 something. Mm-hmm. We'll be over here more often. We'll be over here on a consistent basis, just like we was on Blog Talk, like we are on Blog Talk. Gonna be over here. Look at this, man. Like, you see the little van at the bottom, man. You know what I'm saying? Look at that, man. I'm pulling up the stops for y'all, man. I need
And
more what's
then,
going on.
you could highlight the comment. I don't know how to do it, but you could grab the comment from the chat, post it up on the screen. Shit.
Bam.
Bam. Okay.
Ah, look at that, look at that, look at that.
There it is. Over with.
Over with.
Want to talk about.
Yeah, yeah. That's what's up, man. Let me see. Subscribe right here, man. Y'all see that right there. Make sure y'all subscribe when y'all see that there, man. Hey, what did Dr. Ben mean to you, Suave?
Dr. Ben was like, he was one of the catapults. I could easily say that before I even get into any of his material. Or, he just was one of them catapults. It was like along finding and developing your truth and experiencing. You come from things like uh you rise up through your ranks, of finding literature and material and people discussions and lectures. It's like, it get fugazi. You kind of like,
Okay.
okay, it be, it's always a compromise. Dr. Ben was one of them ones that I was like, okay, it gets more solid from here. You
Mm,
know what I'm saying? It's actual research talking about what we own, what we've been through and what we capable of. So, I mean, just that alone, I appreciate him and the other brothers like, Smalls and Anderson, and just the ones who really had the research down. So I instantly, like everybody else, put him into my arsenal. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me sit down and listen to him. Let me sit down and see what he wrote. So it was like finally what making it through all the questionable material that contains some truth, but it's never worth it. Like, he was one of the first people, if not the first, where I was like, there it is, like all the way through. Anything else, he ain't even talking about it. It ain't even worth talking about. He not even taking you there. So yeah, I love that about him, man.
yeah, Dr. Ben made some serious warriors, man. It was some shooters in the street after Dr. You see what I'm saying? You wasn't for the faint of heart. You wasn't for the intellectual. You see what I'm saying? These cats out here. Uh, he wasn't with the pocket protectors and gangsters. You feel me? Dr. Ben, Dr. Clarke, and Dr. Welsing. You know, these great minds right there. That's 3 libraries that transition within. 3 libraries that transition. When they transition. Definitely got to be diligent on our studies. We have to create material, form, and fashion every medium and every aspect to share our story, to document our story, and to control our narrative. Use our creativity. It's the sixth principle. Sixth principle of Kwanzaa, of Nguzo Saba. Use your kaumba. Use your creativity. Let's be creative. Let's use this 2020 vision properly. Sight and vision ain't the same thing. You can deal with vision. Vision is sight beyond sight. Something beyond the realm of physical sight into the realm of spiritual foresight. So, in honoring our ancestors, and honoring our elders, and honoring our peer group, and honoring our youth, our future generations, and those to come, our ancestors returning to our children, we owe in that experience and honor and legacy to continue on their work. And we need some more titles. We need some more scholars, some more liberators, some more activists, some more organizers, some more economists, some more financial specialists, some morticians, some more spiritualists. Get in tune with your purpose and whatever your purpose, use it for the revolutionary benefit of our people. Whatever your chosen profession or given ancestral profession, use it for the benefit, use it for the upliftment, use it for the empowering of our people and our future, because our future depends on. The helping hand is at the end of your arm. Your helping hand is at the end of your arm. Let me read this real quick. A message to the warriors, nationalists. Read that. Let's read that going into 2020 real quick. It's on page 26. Nationalists, or rather true African nationalists, have devoted their lives to the unconditional liberation, empowerment, and sovereignty of African people. This is what Dr. Ben did. This is what Dr. Clarke did. This is what Dr. Welsing did. They put us first. They could have been living lavish lives with no regard to us at all. There are plenty of brothers and sisters that are running around living high off the hog with no regard to our people whatsoever. They did not do that. They did not do that. And it's some of those ones who are doing nothing or less than nothing that have a critique about the work and the offerings, the sacred work and the sacred offerings of those warrior ancestors. The slander of those warrior ancestors, the misrepresentation of the warrior ancestors who were at war with our enemies and for the minds of our people for most of their life. We continue reading. True nationalists know their enemies, all of them, not some of them, all of them. And while we know that the most immediate threat is from whites, we know that they are not even slightly our only one. That's the other end of the spectrum. That's the other end of the spectrum. You got some stops along the way and some stomps along the way. Still, the presence of others does not lessen the fact that Europeans are our primary foe. It don't change. Don't change the fact. There's some chumps out here talking about, well, we know what the European has done to us. No, we know what the cracker has done to us. We're well aware of what they have done to us. You ain't even got a damn clue. They're still doing it. We know this because we know history. And history tells us that compared to others, what they have done to remove us from the face of the planet and human memory has no rival. So if you put all this other shit up together against it, there's no rival. There's no rival. The magnitude of what they have done should never be lessened, ever. You hear these words? The magnitude of what they have done should never be lessened. Their crime is against the Creator, not just humanity. This is an aggression which has enabled the universe, imbalanced the universe, not just us. In and of itself, this makes their offense far beyond human forgiveness and forgetfulness. Let me read this again because Robert is talking to the nationalists. He's talking to those who purport to be on the front line. If this isn't their speech, they do not represent us. It is immeasurable and incomparable to the viciousness, depravity, aggressiveness, deceitfulness, inhumanity, inconsistently, and conscious intent. No other enemy comes close. No other enemy comes close. Given that we are nation builders with enemies, there can be no such thing as African nationalists without a mission, goals, and vision of sovereignty. All of these should be plainly spelled out in a mission statement as a very, very serious declaration of intent. The statement needs to be well thought out, well written, and prominently displayed. It should be posted where it can be seen so that it will regularly remind us of who we are and the duties and responsibilities we have promised to ourselves, our nation, and the Creator. Let me read that shit again. It should be posted where it can be seen so it will be regularly remind us of who we are and the duties and responsibilities we have promised to ourselves. We made this promise to ourselves. Our nation, we made this promise to our nation as nationalists and Creator. So before our Creator and our ancestors made this binding oath, this binding obligation. Creator. The following is an example of a general African nationalist mission statement. As an African nationalist fighting to maintain my and my people's lives and sanity in this anti-African reality, I affirm the following. Number one, I will not be contradictory. What I think will be exactly what I say, and what I say will be exactly what I do. I will be uncompromisingly be who I think and say I am. Number one, no contradiction. What I say and what I do will be congruent of one another. So this is a qualifier or a disqualifier. Number two, I will love and build African persons of goodwill and character. This didn't say I'm gonna just deal with all these skin folk. You got distinguishers. I will love and build with African persons of goodwill and character. So this is some demonstration that has to be done in order to receive love and in order to receive cooperation. Some investigation, some due inquiry into character has to be shown and demonstrated, not just one time. all the time. Number 3, I will distinguish my wants from my needs and will never emphasize the material above the mental and spiritual. That means somebody could come to you with an interorientation. They can't come to you with 30 pieces of silver. So you understanding in this regard the difference between a want and a need. And you never be focused on this material above the mental and the spiritual in regards to your wants and your needs. Number 4, I will learn and teach our children our story. I will help them see and understand their power and their personal responsibility to use it in the best interest of African people. I will rear them to be African nationalists. If you're not an African nationalist, you can't raise no African nationalist. And if you're an African nationalist and you ain't raised an African nationalist, you're not an African nationalist. That's okay. But if you're over here, understand your duties and responsibilities. You can't be teaching the world and your children don't know. Then you ain't teaching the world. And you ain't preparing your children for the world that they in. This is the anti-African reality. I will strive to be independent in every way possible and help my fellow warriors to be like in every way possible. In this anti-African reality, we become dependent in every way possible, not independent. So in this aspect of doing for self, this is what we're doing. This is what who are we doing this for? And we are seeking for our brothers and sisters likewise, the same for themselves. Number 6, I will respect my body and treat it like the temple it is. I will endeavor to elevate my martial skills to the highest potential and always be on guard for myself, my family, community, and nation. Got young African women missing, young African men missing, just being abducted, taken up. We seeing death and devastation of African people on film, on video, and we uploading it to these social sites for entertainment, degradation and disrespect and disgust for African women, for African men, for African children is at an all-time high. The exploitation of the African man, woman, and child, the black family, is at an all-time high. And these social media programming sites are orienting the minds of African people to have a disdain and a disregard and a disrespect for the sanctity of the African family and African life as a whole. So we must be on our guard psychically, engage in psychic self-defense, mental self-defense, emotional self-defense, spiritual self-defense, and physical self-defense. We owe it to ourselves, to our families, and to our nation as a whole. This is what these martial disciplines are for. Number 7, I will honor our warrior ancestors only, using them at their finest as a model of perfection to which I aspire. We're honoring our warrior ancestors right now, and we do so daily. Number 8, I will never use derogatory, demeaning language against my brothers and sisters. I will always show them the utmost respect. I will speak to them in a race, nation, spirit of family, knowing that we are one, and that to curse them is to curse myself. Number 9, I will never confuse friend with enemy and will, without qualification, treat them accordingly. Treat an enemy as an enemy and a friend as a friend. Number 10, I will remove enemies from our people's minds and spaces. I will work to secure all that is ours. Mission statement, vision statement, mind mapping. Number 11, I will always remember to never forgive or forget what has been done to African people and do all I know I'm able to do to stop this menocidal, genocidal process now and never let it happen again. This is what we exist for. 12, I will do all in my power to liberate, empower, and make African people sovereign. Every African nationalist should resemble this. These declarations are plans of action. Depth. They should come from the depths of our heart and soul. They are not being written just to impress us with our ability to make warriorhood sound adventurous or decorate otherwise. To her or himself, our living people, those of us yet to have arrived, our ancestors, and our Creator. In clear, concise terms, this vision should be stated in the African nationalist mission statement. Clear, precise ways. It should be evident in the African nationalist life. Should be some evidence in the life. So when we look at the life of Dr. Ben, if you look in the life of Dr. Clarke, if you look in the life of Dr. Francis Cress Welsing, we found these things. We found evidence in their works, in their life, in their battles intellectually against our enemy, engaging in mental warfare with our enemies and decimating them wherever they found them. This is what they chose for their life work. Again, however, these are individual mission statements, even though there's every reason for African nationalist organizations to also have such statements. And because we are individuals, each person's collection of affirmations should be custom composed to fit where they are in their development as a warrior. Accordingly, they should affirm what, in practical terms, they see as their current and immediate future work. It should go without saying that as the African nationalist consciousness matures, his or her mission statement should evolve accordingly. There's nothing out of the ordinary in setting such high standards or minimum requirements for African nationalists, or at least they should not be seen as, very least, should be considered normal for those of us who realize what time it is and what we must do to liberate, empower, and make our people sovereign. In establishing this model for ourselves, there are many African nationalists whose lives are worth studying and as examples of how normal African nationalists should think, speak, behave, and build. When we speak of our most impressive African nationalists, we are talking about uncompromising warrior ancestors like Queen Zinga, Jean-Jacques Dessalines, the Honorable Marcus Josiah Garvey, Nana Akua Afri, Queen Mother Moore, Baba John Henry Clarke, Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad, Hannibal Afri. These are a few. Who is on your list? Who is in your mind? Who is in your family dynamic? that you could give honor and credence to. All of these things right here. You should see them. Brother Shabaka, I see you. I see you. Make sure y'all go check out my brother Shabaka. Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced. blogtalkradio.com and put it up real quick. Bonds, bond. Check them out. Check them out. Check them out. Check them out. Make sure y'all go subscribe. Make sure y'all go subscribe. Let's keep it up right here. Who's on your list? Who are some of these motivators and motivational tools and source of motivation for your family and your family dynamic? Whose behavior are you modeling after? And your children witnessing you modeling after these behaviors. But what mind do you have? Do you have a revolutionary mind, a liberation mind? Or are you a coward? Are you a rat? Are you a snake? Are the grafted type? What you say and what you do must be congruent. So I just put that up there. I'll make sure y'all go subscribe. Have the family come through, subscribe. We need some prescribers. We need some subscribers over here. You understand what I'm saying? Every African national should be familiar with these giants and their work. Even so, we must not limit our view of the models we chose to guide and elevate our minds to those whose names some of us already know. Many, many more whose names we have never heard of also worked above and beyond the call of duty in our communities around the world. Countless numbers still do. So understand that reality and search through the annals of history and ensure that you find these good models to model after, to find this good information, to see what's going on and see. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot happening, a lot going on. So let me just keep on going. And remember those heroes and sheroes. Remember those heroes and sheroes. You have a duty and responsibility to those ancestors in your bloodlines first, and then to the collective African ancestry. Be clear about that. So while we remember and appreciate the genius, wisdom, and power of these phenomenal men and women, we must never forget that they are merely the ones who were given the talent and the mission of being foremost in the public eye. They are only the ones who are the most visible. They are but a tip of a massive nationalistic iceberg that goes back to the first invasion of the continent. Visible. They are but the tip of the massive nationalist iceberg that goes back to the first invasion of the continent. So these are words from Message to the Warrior by our jingle living ancestor, Dr. Baba and Wally Cable Monica Rudy. I put that website up before as well. And I can go check it out. Let me put it back up one more time. www.akabenhouse.com. So in honor of Dr. Ben, in honor of Dr. Clarke, in honor of Dr. Welsing, we give this warrior salute, honor of their brilliance, of their laudable efforts, of their use of Kaumba, that sixth principle of Kwanzaa called creativity. And they continue to show us righteous models of a liberation mind, a liberation spirit, a spirit of insurrection that is here and alive and well. I think we did enough in this piece. You understand? I think we was on for about an hour and some change. See what's going on, man. Anybody got anything they want to shout out? Anybody got anything they want to say before we get up out of here? Some Big O in the building. Shout out to Big O. What's going on with you, G? Fly back, y'all got something to say. 2020 shaping up, man. It's looking good, man. It's looking good. It's looking good. Let me get y'all upset one more time. Let me show y'all this Malcolm X shirt, man. One more time, man. Look at Malcolm and Muhammad Ali, man. So this today, man. So this today, so I'll get me some incense and bang bang. I sing this joint. I was like, I gotta get it. Gotta get it. Yeah. Well, radical. Y'all got something to say before we get up out of here, man. Hindsight 2020. Nothing. Not near another. All right, then. Peace to the family, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to this YouTube channel and stay in tune. We'll be doing something every day or every other day on here going forward. So, have some good opportunities to come through, to build, to add on, share thoughts, ideas, be that what they may. Let me see. Put in my donations over here. You know what I'm saying? Put on this best nation, this donation. Yeah, let me see what they got, what they got, what they got, what they got. Check us out, man. Give us some donations over here so we can continue on our community work. Cash app, what is it? Cash app .me /$, alone. And we got PayPal.me / through the knowledge radio. And it's 2020, y'all. For those who celebrating, it's 2020. They out there shooting. Yeah, man. Make sure y'all holler, man. I love y'all. Peace, love, black power. We be on tomorrow. Hopefully, with our sister Renee Black. We're gonna do something live over here. About to go join them right now. Make sure y'all go check them out on YouTube. Encyclopedia's channel. We're live right now. Peace, love, black power. You out of here. Y'all heard.